But in any case, you guys, poor Herbert having over 3K yards, 20 TDs this season, and 7 interceptions. I know I'm going to miss you. You've constantly performed since you entered the league in 2020. You've made this offense one of the top offenses over, 3 years while not being able to make the playoffs. This year, obviously, you're not going to make the playoffs. Same probably with the Raiders. That makes this a pointless game, albeit it's a divisional game. I just don't see the Chargers doing well. I don't even care if everyone is fully healthy. What are you going to lean on Eckler more for the run? Maybe this is his shot to get up to 1,000 yards by the end of the season rushing. That would be insane to imagine. Obviously, with 4 games, he'd have to have 4 very, very solid games doing that. But who knows? With a guy like Keenan Allen, maybe this new guy will have an easier time. But then you also talk about the shoddy defense. And you're going to miss those throws by Herbert where it's like, oh, yeah, no one's open. Let me just force it into this crazy window. This crazy window, guys. And then you got the Raiders. Like it shows here, no wonder Devontae Adams is so unhappy. No wonder. No wonder, like, the rest of the offense is just non existent. Josh Myers, I thought, would be a suitable backup piece. But then you look at Adams. Yeah, he's probably going to have a 1,000-yard season, but he's having an abysmal amount of touchdowns when he used to be a touchdown king. I'm pretty sure he had the most touchdowns last season of any wideout. And then you go to this year, the McDaniels failure, that fraud, and them opting for O'Connell over what is his face? Like Garoppolo, Jimmy G, Jimmy Gone Garoppolo. But this guy hasn't proven anything. 7 picks, 4 TDs. I get he was kind of forced in. He doesn't even have like a head coach who's like a true head coach. It's an interim. But the Chargers, the loss of Herbert, they're obviously well aware he's going to be gone. I personally think that this defense has the talent to beat the Raiders. I think it is kind of asinine that they say the Raiders by 3. I guess they're at home, so they're giving them a little bit of the benefit of the doubt. And the Chargers obviously have it's crazy. It's crazy the parallels in this game. 17th offense against the 16th defense, and then the 29th offense against the 29th defense. Who comes out on top? I might honestly, now thinking about it, have to go with the Raiders. And the only reason why is because they obviously are going to have to, at least O'Connell's been playing. He's been playing lately. And I think that Devontae's the best player in this game. You could maybe argue Max Crosby because obviously, Devontae needs someone throwing to him. But the best offensive player is Devontae, with Herbert being gone. And then you have Max Crosby against Derwin James, I guess, It's definitely Max Crosby. So the talent is there for vital pieces for the Raiders. And who the heck knows? The Chargers know that even if they start winning, unless they have some crazy dude who's going to be playing and he's going to pull a Browning, which I just don't see happening, that twice in 1 year. But this is the year for anomalies. So it's probably a crapshoot for me to even predict this game, you guys. I'm just being real with you. But hey, you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say the Raiders win. And listen to me. Listen to me, you guys. The Raiders are going to win. And they're going to win 30-10. I know that's way bigger of a point differential than you see here. But the guy who I don't even know who the guy that the Chargers are is going to play, you guys. I haven't bothered to look it up. Let me look it up right now. And I will show you. And I will tell you exactly why they're not going to win. And it's going to be wondrous. Easton Stick, you guys. Let's take a look at Easton Stick. Guess what? He was a round 5 pick. He is 25 years old. Or, I mean, sorry, 28. Why did I say 25? I must be losing that. He is 6'1", 224. The last game that he ever played was against the Broncos. And what year was this? This year. Otherwise, he had never played. His lawn was 57. So other than that, and he was sacked twice against a Denver defense that, yeah, sure, they're good. But hey, he had a 57-yard throw, meaning that off of 12 passes, he had 120 yards. That that isn't insanely bad, considering that's about a 10-yard average from what he completed. But he missed 11 throws. So goodness, man, Easton Stick. And isn't it nuts to me that they don't even have a third here? What if Easton Stick gets injured? What if they can't defend against the likes of Max Crosby? They're forced to run it? Well, you've got a wide receiver core that is relying on Keenan Allen. And then these other guys that they had, they were all made better. They were all made better. I will say it, by Herbert. So what do we say? Do we give Eckler the keys and try to see if he's got a little bit of like Jonathan Taylor carrying when he had the rushing record years ago now? It is mind-boggling. Can you depend on this defense who doesn't have one of their stars in Bosa? Can you rely on Khalil Mack? Eric Kendricks and Kenneth Murray, are you going to be able to play the run against this this Raiders team? I don't know. That is why, you guys, that is why I am saying 30-10. Because I think this is a very huge bait game. Where it's like, unless the Raiders decide they're going to throw it because they want a higher pick than the Chargers, what chance do the Chargers have? Case closed.